Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 12th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day outside. Got this morning stupid early with the puppy. Was able to bring him back in the bedroom since my lovely bride is not here at the house with me. So I was able to get him to lay down and kind of just chill out for a little bit before the day got started, and we kind of hung around the bedroom for a while. Just before we got up and got going. So finally got up, headed outside, basically chilled out there, got a few things accomplished, nothing real major. Was able to get a few things done, just simple little things, kind of looking into the boat trip we have coming up with the cruise and stuff. Decided to text a bunch of my dog clients and kind of just did a copy and paste of a general, hey, I'm not going to be around during these days, if you know, so I can't help you. I'm going to be out of the country. And also that way, in case you do try and reach out and text me and stuff, that you will see that I'm not just ignoring you. This is why I'm able to text you. So I will be able to reach back out to you so I get back on, American soil with the cell signal and a lot of good fun stuff and whatnot. So I did have one of the customers that said they were going to hit me up for this weekend, which my thought is, unless you just found out today, why are you waiting so damn long? But she waits way late all the time on all this, which I don't feel real bad. And I didn't give a lot of people a bunch of heads up notice on this, just because I didn't need to. I wasn't sure if the boat was going to go off, to be honest with you, because with the whole virus thing going on, it's hard telling what's going to get shut down and when it will, close down the ships and all that kind of thing. So went ahead and got that. Got a few replies back from people like, thanks for letting me know, and I didn't have anything planned this week. I had one lady who was like, so I thought I already had booked and stuff, and for like November, and I'm like, yes, you have November booked. This is October. This is this weekend I'm going. And she's like, oh, okay. And it's funny because her dates were like the 11th to the 14th, and I told her it was going to be the 15th to like the 21st that I was going to be around to watch things. I think it's actually the 20th to get back, but I didn't want somebody to think they dropped their dog off at like 8 a.m. on the 20th, and we don't roll in home until like 4 o'clock. So I had the 21st, and I'm like, even if I was those dates, you would still be booked, because the dog would be here right now, first off. And second off, even if it was November, I was going on the cruise, you would still be booked because we don't leave till the 15th, and your dog is home like on the 14th. So I didn't understand what their confusion was in that whole process, but got that solved out. Got that, got that whole thing handled, I guess, what do you want to call it. Had another lady book out. She wanted booked a request for 3 dogs for like 10 days. And I was like, okay, whatever and stuff. And you always know it's going to be shit when they look at the website and they book it, and they immediately see the price and they, freak out. But instead of going like, oh shit, that's a lot of money, I'm not going to do that, move on, they continue with a bunch of questions and stuff. They always have tons and tons of questions. And then the next question they ask is, how much does it cost anyway? And I'm like, it's right in the top of the listing. You can see it clearly posted. It's exactly what it is. It's, says what it is. And their stay was over a holiday, so it's an extra couple dollars a day, because during the holiday, we have a lot more people wanting to book dogs. And if you book out far enough, you're a repeat customer, a lot of times I'll take off the holiday fee because it's not that big a deal for me. But if not, this is a new client, by the way, new customer, never met their dogs before, don't have anything filled out about if the dogs are friendly or neutered or nothing. So it's always that, they're just trying to get away with crap. They know exactly what it is. And I said, how much is it? And I said, $30 a night, and basically saying stuff. I'm like, per dog and hanging stuff and this and that. And then she comes back and it's like, okay. And I'm like, well, we're gonna do a meet and greet. And she goes, up at the weekend. I said, nope, we're going out of town. And their stay is like literally like the day after, 2 days after we get back from the cruise. So there's really it's 3 days after we get back from the cruise. So there was really no time to see if we were going to have for the meet and greet after the cruise. So I'm like, well, we're leaving Friday morning. So if we can't do it by, Wednesday or Thursday night, or even tonight, then we have to do it afterwards. And if your dogs aren't a good fit here, then it's going to be short term for you to find somebody else to watch them. And I was like, whatever, and stuff, blah, blah. And we set up a meet and greet for tomorrow at like 6:30. And I was like, okay, we'll see how it goes. And in my heart, I know it's not going to work. I know they're going to come up with some excuse. They're going to blow off the meeting. They're going to whatever. They're going to be a whole thing. They're like, well, we plan on watching. You watch the dogs all the time. We need somebody full time. We travel quite a bit. Da da da. And it's a whole thing of, hey, I'm going to become a really great customer. So why don't you give me a discount? You can feel it in the text what's coming. Because I've had it all the time. People want to have my retail stores and stuff and other businesses. Oh, I'm going to give you a ton of business. Why don't you give me half price today, and then I'll pay full price next time. I'm like, oh, how about this? How about you do full price this time? then on your fourth time of doing business with me, I'll give you a discount. You know, why would I give you a discount first time out? Because I don't know if you're going to be a good customer. And her dogs, she sent me pictures. Here's my, you know, fur babies and crap. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And sends me 2 pictures of 3 dogs. So I don't know how I'm supposed to know what these dogs are and stuff. But again, nothing about they're neutered, spayed, nothing. They're little tiny dogs. And little tiny dogs almost always are, you know, not always, but more often than not, are the nervous, crappy kind. And with this type of owner, it becomes a lot of work. It really is. And I was like, whatever, we'll see what happens. So they almost always end up peeing on the floor and stuff. There's different things. So you're cleaning up dog messes and stuff, and it's just that whole pain in the tuchus. And they don't play well outside. They usually want to sit on your lap all day, and just it doesn't work well using the other dogs I have. Usually have larger, more active dogs is what I prefer to watch. So we'll see. We'll see how the meeting goes, I guess, and find out tomorrow. But I don't feel it's going to go anywhere. So I got a feeling something's going to come up. There's going to be some reason or whatever that they're going to realize they don't want to pay the $915 what it is to watch these dogs kind of thing. So we'll see what happens and go from there. But yeah, that was the big thing there. I had to go take my father-in-law to the doctor today. I had a doctor appointment and like physical therapist appointment. Same place, I guess, same location where I don't know what it is exactly. I asked him how long I thought it'd take. He said probably 2 hours. So I was like, okay. And that's that weird shit time that it's not worth the drive home kind of thing, but it's also that weird 2 hours is a weird gap that I don't really have time to really go do much else, because it might not be 2 hours, it might be an hour, it might be 3 hours, who the heck knows. We had one of them that was supposed to be like 3 hours turned into almost 5, and it was just like, you never know. So it is a pain that took us. So I went ahead and looked around, and there was a dealership that has a new Beta dirt bike that's could be street legal. That thing depends on what county you registered in, or how big a pain in the butt they're going to be. So I took the truck, took a bunch of money, and I thought I was going to go buy a new bike. I've been looking around. There's just the used bike market is so overpriced right now that for a few $1,000s more I can buy brand new. So I said, screw it, I'm going to go buy a brand new bike. It's going to be like 10, 11 grand by the time I get out the door. I think probably closer to 11,000 bucks out the door. But I'm just like, screw it. I've been wanting one of these bikes for a long time, street legal bike, you know, kind of thing. I can go ride the Ocala Forest and we take it camping with us. It's super light. I can throw it in the back of the truck real easy, or even tie it on the back of the camper and have something we can run to town and get ice cream and stuff and kind of run around some little back roads and whatever. And I drive up there, I drop him off. I actually go pick him up. I told him to be ready at the assisted living facility. I text him and say, hey, I'm heading out. But on the way out, I had to go stop and walk Teddy at the golf course and get that taken care of. So I got that done. And then I headed up and said, hey, I'm going to be there at like 10 minutes after 11. His appointment was 11:40. I said, be downstairs so I don't have to check in, sign in. So you have to, like, you know, sign in a bunch of information, answer a whole bunch of questions, take your temperature and all that stuff. By the time I go upstairs and get him, bring him back down, it's another 15, 20 minutes lost in the process. So I'm like, just go ahead and bring yourself downstairs. Like, it isn't that hard. So he went ahead and said, okay. Got there after walking the dog, headed up the way. I took the back road. It's like a minute quicker, and it's a much more scenic drive, but it stays off the interstate, so it's nice to drive there. So went up, got him. He was sitting out front when I got there, so I got him loading the truck, and he's hurting. He's got neck problems and arm problems and whatever and whatnot. So I don't know how about it. He couldn't hardly get himself out of the wheelchair even, which I think Sunday he was just walking around. He walked around Publix the whole way and didn't, you know, sit down at all. Had a walker, didn't he take the wheelchair? So I was like, are you taking the wheelchair or the walker? And he goes, oh, I got the wheelchair. So he didn't know if he could get in the truck. And I kept asking him, I said, where can I grab a hold of your body to help lift you up out of the chair and help put you in the truck and stuff? And he wouldn't answer me and stuff. And he has his phone in his hand. I'm like, give me your phone at least, so you can have both hands, because he seems like he can't let go of the phone. He just has to hold on to it when he gets it, when he moves around. And I'm like, you need an extra grip. Like, you need to put your phone down so you have both hands to help pull yourself in. So we finally got in the truck, we headed over, and he was just, you know, every bump, he's kind of crap. But he does that when he's healthy too. If he hit an expansion gap on the highway, if he's not driving, it's all the time. So I don't know what to trust, if this is him being melodramatic or if he actually is in a lot of pain. It's hard telling with him. So one of those things, when somebody who complains about it, all the pain all the time, even when they don't have any really, it's hard to know when they actually really truly do have pain, how much worse it really is. So got his doctor's appointment, got him out, got him in the wheelchair, wheeled him inside and stuff, and I said, hey, text me when you're done, you know, and whatnot. And then I actually texted him back and said, hey, don't text me, just call me when you're done. That way 100% know that we spoke to each other and that it's good to go, because I didn't want to have to mess with that whole thing where he texts me and I don't see it, or the text doesn't go through, or he texts somebody else, accidentally texts the wrong person, and then he's sitting there waiting for a long time for the whole thing to happen. So he went ahead, and I was like, okay. So I dropped him off, I headed out and went to his house, fed his cats and stuff, did some of those things had to be done. Went to the dealership that was quite a ways north, but not, it was within range. I could have got there and got back. Walk in the place, I finally find it's just like a little hole in the wall shop. It's like in a strip mall looking thing, and I don't know where they keep them, or so it's like packed full of, like, they got dog leashes and they got all kinds of, like, some motorcycle gear, and they got like hunting and fishing gear. It's just like kind of a strange setup of what it is. That RV is parked out, blocking the entire damn lane here. What a moron. So I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but he's literally blocking the entire outbound lane with his RV and truck instead of parking at an angle like everybody else does in the world. But it is what it is. So yeah, went ahead, walked in there and stuff, and I said, hey, how's it going? I said, good. So I'm here to look at that. So I'm here to look at that beta and stuff. And he's like, oh, he goes, I said, the 300. And he goes, oh, he sold it. I'm like, I just looked today on your website, and it's, you know, I said, it's still listed. He goes, yeah, I keep it listed because the fact that I have another one coming in. I said, when does it come in? He goes, well, it should be here this week. And I'm like, this week? He goes, oh, this month. And I go, okay, so October? And he goes, no, November. And I'm like, that's next month. And you might have one in next month. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I drove up here, like I brought my truck and I brought my money, and I'm like, what the hell kind of thing. Like I was planning here to buy this thing and bring it home because I kind of need a motorcycle. I've been, you know, a couple months now without a bike, and I'm wanting a bike now kind of thing. So he was like, oh yeah, I keep it up there and stuff. We can get some other ones. We can get da-da-da. I'm like, but you don't have any guarantees of when they're going to be here. He goes, nope, never know. He gets off the coast of California right now on a container ship and waiting for it to get here. And I'm like, God damn it. So I'm just like, why not just be honest? Why not put on the website going, hey, we sell these things. This is the price we sell them at. And we don't have one right at the moment, but we'll happily get one in. If you want to come in and put a deposit on it, whatever, we can do that, yada, yada. And then it even sounds like I said, well, can I put like a deposit on this thing and stuff and blah, blah. And he's kind of, it sounds like the next one coming in is also sold because he has somebody else that has, I guess, first right to refusal or something before I even get a chance. So I'm like, are you shitting me? Like, why is it listed here? I drove all, I'm like, what? So I was kind of pissed off. I'm like, you know what, screw this. Sad part is there's virtually no dealerships for these betas in Florida. And I'm just like, I may have to go buy a KTM instead and say to hell with that. But it's just, it's getting annoying in the whole process there. But finally got to hell with it. Headed back, kind of did some run around and stuff. Was going to stop by another dealership, and it's getting ready to be Oktoberfest, and they had all the tents and all the beer tents and all that stuff set up. And I couldn't find a place to park to even get in to look and see what they had in their lineup for used bikes. I'm not buying a new Harley. I was looking, I thought, well, who knows, we'll get a trade-in of like an old BMW or something, you know, like a dual sport bike type thing or whatever. And nope. I just said to hell with it. There's too many people around, too much parking, that everybody's just a pain in the ass. And I just said, nope, headed back. I was going to stop at a little pet store and kind of kill some time waiting there. Got a call from him saying he was done, and I was only like 9 minutes away, so it was right there. I was able to go pick him up right away. Grabbed him, basically took the back roads back down to his place. Off, instead of taking the interstate and just looking at nothing, I'm like, hey, look around stuff. I was like, you know, see something different. He goes, this is the quickest way. Like, I'm like, that's not exactly the quickest. It's probably a minute longer and stuff, whatnot, but it's a much better scenery stuff. He just looked down the whole time. I was like, what the hell? Also, when we got to the doctor, I almost forgot scenery stuff and whatnot. I gave him his phone and whatnot. Hang on, I said, put your mask on as you're pulling in. He goes, oh, I got a mask. I'm like, okay. I gave him or in the building, so he has his mask on. It's like, you can't come in without a mask on. And I'm like, I'm just driving my fear. So I looked him in the doorway, and he didn't have his mask on again yet. And I'm like, holy crap. So whatever. He's like, okay, it happens. You know, whatever. So I pick him up, get him back to the place, get him out of the truck, get in the wheelchair, wheel him inside. And basically, I'm like, hey, you need your phone? He's like, yeah. So he left his phone on my truck. So I'm like, holy crap. You won't put your phone down to get in the truck or stuff, but you won't pick it up when you have to get out. It's just, yeah. So went ahead, gave him back his phone, headed back home. On the way to the house, I had to stop back by and walk Teddy again because it was way too early to count it as his midday walk. So I went back, walked him again and stuff. He ended up pooping and stuff good. So I told my wife, you need to work a little late tonight. You can, because I walked him twice today already and stuff. So we got back to the house, chilled out there, played with the other puppies and stuff, had the house, got them played down, chilled out a little bit. The guy came and picked up Van. So he got that dog, went home, chatted a little while with everybody and stuff. Watched a little bit of TV, went for my run, got my shower. My mom and I ended up eating leftovers. We had pork steak and then the pork and beans and the potatoes. Knocked out the rest of those. So there's no leftovers to worry about throwing that little bit, like that half meal thing that you're going to leave in the fridge for 3 days before you finally throw it away. It makes no sense. So did that. Talked to my wife for a little while on the phone, headed outside, had myself a nice little cigar. Chilled out in the evening, starting to cool down. It's getting nice in the evenings now, so it's real nice to be out there. Finally gave up and headed in, called it a night. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.